right, so welcome back, episode 29.
Oh yeah, we're getting close to 50.
We are.
Can hit that big goal.
Yep, big goal of tattoo and 50.
There we go.
Right.
We'll get Dan a henna, reel, the fake sleeve thing, whatever we got to do.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
it'll make something happen.
It'll count.
Yep.
We'll get everyone in the office. We'll get a tattoo. So if they do,
I can't be.
You kind of have to.
Yeah. So
I mean, Carrie already said she was down too.
Yeah. We'll see.
She said, yeah.
That'll be interesting.
But yeah, last episode we were down at DCON. That was fun. We met a bunch of the fans out there, and it seemed like everyone that came up to us, mentioned the show. They mentioned that they watched it. So it was actually kind of crazy. They'd walk up and be like, "Hey Dan, nice to meet you," and you're like, "Oh, shit,
how do I know you?"
Yeah,
and they're like, "Oh, we watched the show."
Yeah. So yeah, it's been fun. It's been effective, and we'll be here all the way to episode 50 at least.
Yeah, that was my big kind of takeaway from the show. I mean, there was a lot. It was actually a super rad
event
trip. The event, like just it being back from COVID, I was shocked at how many people. It was the interaction and shit. But the big takeaway was that, like you said, every single person that came up to buy something, I swear, was like, we watched the chop.
Yep.
So they all came up.
Yeah, it's hard to compare Instagram, 100,000 plus, and then YouTube's like 3,000. But at least those 3,000 seem to all be at DCON.
Yeah, and and they watch every episode. Yeah. They know what we're doing and whatever. So
yeah,
it was cool. Thank you to everybody that came out.
Totally.
Yeah, good time.
Yeah, good experience.
Yep. But yeah, we're back. We got our audio back up and working. Had a little issues on the outdoor one last time. But
challenging.
Yep.
But it's a good excuse to head back down to High Street and film a second one and eat some more sandwiches and hang out with Doobie.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
We need to rent that house or do something.
Stay there, definitely.
Yeah.
And, the goal is to do more of these out of the studio.
Totally.
That's always been the plan.
Yeah.
To go to clients and do these chop-ups sitting down at their studio. So this year, 2022, I'm hoping there's going to be more of those. I already have 3 or 4 in the works.
Yep.
We actually have some people we met at DesignerCon that we've known for years. I'm not going to say anybody, but we plan on flying them up, doing some episodes.
Totally.
So I confirmed a February date for one of the guys.
Yeah. I mean, he's big time doing big things with all the, the industry vets. So
yeah, so we're going to have some fun.
Yeah, he'll be right here. So
right in the middle.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. So we'll have some fun stuff coming on the show. But
heck yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, let's get into it. Today, we're going to talk about GitHub.
This is the coders, the hackers, the developers. So
yeah, these are the smart people.
Yeah. We do, we're just making pictures.
Yeah. But anyways, they reached out. They had a huge event coming up, company summit. It's usually in person, huge event. They get people out. I think they have employees all over the world. So they reached out to us to do the branding and then basically design the map for the summit, which was interesting. So we'll kind of walk through that whole process.
It's almost like they were into the metaverse before it got popular here a couple months ago.
Yeah, I'm sure they've been playing around with that years ago.
Totally.
So
cool to see.
Yeah. Before we get into the summit, the first project was an apparel project. And this was, we run into this time to time with clients, especially new clients. It's kind of like, hey, we have this project for you. If all goes well, we have this bigger project or a million projects.
It's the old classic.
It's the standard kind of saying, kill it on this one, and there's a lot more work.
But they came through.
They came through.
Yeah, they did that. So
yeah, they were great. Started off with this apparel package for them, in-house apparel. They have a website you can buy GitHub hats, apparel, whatever it is.
Yeah, and I think they took a stab at it in-house. But typically when they do that, you're so involved with the culture that you kind of just you treat it how you know the brand. So we're like, we don't know the brand that well, so we have a totally fresh set of eyes, so we can come up with something different. So
yeah,
and I think looking at our stuff, it's something totally different than they would have came up with in-house.
Yeah, very different. The creative director there came from Volcom. So he's definitely has worked in the apparel industry for years, so he had a sense of style and everything, which was cool.
Totally. I mean, that makes sense with him working at Volcom and then kind of picking us to help with the project. It's almost perfect fit,
Makes sense, yeah. Yeah, so what you're looking at here is round 1. So different, they have this tagline, ship it.
Yeah. Kind of like here we say print it. We're like, oh, that's great, print that thing.
Yep.
So little same but different.
Same idea. This is where the squirrel came in.
Yeah.
So that was part of the ship it.
Yeah, I don't know what, but they asked us to make a bunch of squirrels. So I did a tripped out squirrel with some, spiral eyes. And he was probably having
trip.
A good day at work, yeah. Shipping it.
Yeah, these are fun.
Yeah,
and then
just
barbed wire.
just
love that.
yeah, just something different. Trying to do modern. You know, I don't know if you're in a design class if they're gonna say this is like technical good design, but as time goes on, that is out the window. You know, so if it looks cool, then it's cool. So.
And that was the brief. We'll make it look cool.
Yep.
Something the employees want to wear, something different than what they've had in the past. And it was all logo hits.
Yeah, Davey did this second set here. Super cool. Actually, I think I had seen the shirt on the right before I started mine, so I was like, all right, you know, Davey rose. The bar's really high right now. Like, well, okay, I got to bring it. So the way he used those halftone dots in there to create a second tone was smart. I was like, oh, yeah, okay, I see you, Davey, you know?
Yeah, and that squirrel on the rocket.
Yeah.
Good. This one they did not like.
Even though the floor, I love the floor on that. I want to ask him how he did that.
Yeah.
Like, that's... He didn't he didn't manually click that out. There was like some preset where you can just do that.
Yeah.
And he's the Illustrator wizard, so
totally.
Yeah, cool stuff.
This was when they weren't sure if it was a squirrel or if it was like a little monkey or what. So they kind of shied away from it.
Totally. I love the Kilroy vibe of it though.
Yeah. All right, so round 2. So they love the squirrel.
Yep, hit us with a couple changes. That little enter bar that he put on there. That's old school. I think only the old heads would get that. I love it.
Totally. And it says ship it on it.
Yep.
You know? But that little squirrel on the rocket. So they wanted to blow that out.
Oh, yeah.
Tees, hoodies, stickers, hats.
I think they had some changes on that one as well that I had to tweak some of those motion lines, which I think we're going to get there here shortly.
Yep.
But
So
and then you could see they kind of, you know, simplified it a little bit. They kept the back print pretty close to, you know, what it was. So I was happy to see that. But yeah, you can see the front hit, you know, simplified a little bit. The stickers on the bottom and the lapel pins simplified. But it's probably too late. But I would love to get one of these hoodies. Like GitHub, all y'all listening out there.
Yep.
We need some hoodies. These are cool.
Yeah, I'll reach out to them.
Yeah, or a lapel pin.
Yeah, the little lapel pins.
Yeah, the dad hat. I would wear that.
the pins fire.
Yeah.
And then Davies, I mean the little squirrel head.
If they made that, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, that is good.
And you can see the type changed a little bit. We just added motion lines instead of he had some.
The readability was a little off on the first one. So, and then your floppy disks.
Yeah,
those are great.
They
went nuts with them. They're like, yeah, hell yeah.
I just threw it in there as like, you know, a Hail Mary as a front hit or a sticker, and they liked it enough to kind of blow it out. So. Yeah, I mean, shoot, you probably remember those days.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh, I had that with the Oregon Trail on it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I clearly, I don't know why, I remember the freaking room I was sitting in grade school in the little computer, and then we had our floppy disk, stick it in, and then you'd play the Oregon Trail.
Random. I mean, I remember in like random, 6th grade having to like bring my homework to class on one of these, you know, disk drives. And then they went to the zip disk, which was even bigger.
Totally. Yep. And the one that you did, it was like kind of the
old school one.
Yeah, but it wasn't even the floppy one. Like that one kind of had the metal thing that you...
the slider on the top,
Because the Oregon Trail one was on like a legit floppy ass.
Actually floppy.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
We're dating ourselves here.
Yeah.
The kids here are like, what the hell is a...
I'm pretty dated, so...
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool to see them use that.
Yeah, if they made that lapel pin, that's a hit.
Yep. And then the
women's
colorways. Yeah.
Fun colors.
They're fun. Yep. So that was the whole kit, final kit for them.
They
were stoked.
Yeah, I would love to do more tees with them. That was fun. It was different, you know, playful.
It was. Yeah. Yep. Still on. I mean, we know that realm. You know, obviously working on computers.
Totally.
Not as far as they go, but
I'm not gonna hack nothing. But
no. Yeah. But it was cool. So project went well. They reached out again for the big project, which was Summit. The whole project scope was a logo, and then basically a map for the event for the virtual world. We knew the map was going to be big, very detailed, lots of little pieces, lots of little icons. So we took that into consideration with the logos. They wanted to see some that were modular and that you could kind of move some stuff around. So round 1 here. So kept it simple.
I didn't see the bottom one with the sticker effect is real fun. I didn't see that one in the mix, but that's a good piece.
Yeah, so Damaso did the top piece of type, and then I took it and kind of added the sticker effect to it.
I like that. And they're not like vector sticker effects. It's like it has a gradient to it, which is nice.
Yeah. We had talked about on the first phone call, maybe it's a world and there's these stickers kind of placed throughout that you click on the sticker, because they needed, I think it was 15 to 20 icons or buttons that were going to let you enter into a different room, or meeting or event or whatever it was. So that's where when Damaso did that, I'm like, oh, okay, well, how is this going to work? So I made a sticker version out of it. But
Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh yeah, that's good too.
Yep.
I like the M stack. That's good.
Is that not you?
Not me, but the battle of this one is
Jordan must have done
the
it.
M space of the S and the U are very wide, and then the M space of the I and the T are not as wide. That's almost the challenge of this piece, because man, those M's centered would have been
good.
Would have been nice if you would have done the I with the what's that? The crossbar and the bar, bottom bar on there. I mean, in the middle it would have been a bunch of negative space, but
yeah, those M's in the middle would have would have looked great.
Great concept though. Logos in there.
Yeah,
perfect. Oof.
So next one, Brandon came through on this one.
That's Brandon, huh?
Yeah.
Damn.
This is where the modular type. It looks like a big block of letters.
Yeah, that's great. I like that. I thought that was Davey for sure.
No.
Brandon's got it.
And Davey's piece.
Yeah, that's
super modular.
Yeah.
Each letter is kind of laying on its side.
Davey's really good at isometric design. He knows the settings super well, so he'll just build all these letters flat and just boop, 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 and do that, and you're like, whoa, dude, like, yeah, that was cool.
When this came through, it kind of blew me away, the little window.
Yeah.
In the M.
Yeah, that's cool, right?
Shoot.
Yeah.
You can put a little guy in there, like anything.
That's what Davey has, some of those unexpected pieces.
Yep. So round 2. So in round 2, this is the inspiration they came back with. They're like, okay, we're getting close on the logo. Let's start looking at what is the world, what is that map going to look like when you get there.
This is a great reference, too. Sometimes you don't get the best reference, but this is, those two right pieces already being isometric. Yeah. It's setting the tone perfectly.
Yeah. So this was another piece.
Shout out to,
is it,
P-A-R-I-L-L-O.
Right, I don't know how to say it.
He's good.
Yeah, he is good.
Hella good.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah, this is one of his pieces. And you can see the inspiration from this. Yeah.
That shit's wild.
It is wild.
Oh, that's a dog.
That's sick.
Smoking a cigar.
Yeah. With the basketball hoop.
Yep. It's a good piece
great. There. Yeah. They basically picked Davey's logo. First thing was like, let's see a bunch of different colorways.
Yeah, they all work.
If you notice on the left, the U is laying down. They were worried about the readability. Yeah, I like the U.
I could see why, that's always the critique is,
absolutely
unreadable.
Yeah.
Damn, I never saw this.
You didn't see this?
Not that one.
Yeah, so moving on. So from that, they were like, okay, pretty locked in on that type. Can we now see what it's going to look like if it is built out around it? What that map can potentially look like. So this is Davey's first pass at it.
What is this top left thing? That's like a rover landing on.
Oh yeah. So
Will would know.
Yeah, they developed, I guess, the rover that landed on Mars. GitHub had something to do with that.
Maybe the coding in there.
Yeah.
Davey has a little vector of the rover here.
Yeah, there's a little vector rover. All of these have something. They're not random.
There's a reason.
There's a reason for it. Yeah.
He's even got the little floppy disks in there.
Yeah, yeah, and it gets like as we get further into this, and you see all the icons. Every single icon has a reason. Oh, yeah. But they were stoked on this. Now it came down to, okay, what is each icon? What does the map look like? We jumped on a call with Sparkle. So I think it's sparklespaces.com. They are the platform that hosts these virtual events.
Got it.
So they did virtual Burning Man. I don't know if anybody knows what Burning Man is, but it's an event out in the desert. It's California desert, right?
I think or by Reno, it's in Nevada.
Okay, yeah. So crazy party event out in the desert every year. If you've never seen it, like look it up. Shit's wild.
Yeah, Google that shit.
Yeah. So 2020 with COVID, they obviously couldn't have it because it's like a mad party. I mean, so
I wonder, doing it from home, that's got to be crazy.
Well, that's what was shocking to me. That when they said, "Hey, the company Sparkle's going to do this," they did Burning Man, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
Like I can't even believe an event like that would try to host it virtual. You know?
That's cool. We got to try.
I guess they did.
I wonder if they had the Oculus Rift on, or
you can see this here. Look at the little Burning Man in the middle.
That's crazy.
So I don't know what all these little, if they were sponsors.
Those are the tents,
or rooms,
probably. Those
or the tents.
Yeah. People are just doing mushrooms at their house or something.
I think it is what it was.
Instead of at the desert.
with the goggles on and cruising around.
Imagine something strapped to your face doing mushrooms.
Not good. No, not good. That was bad.
And they kind of explained like, okay, the icons and the map has to be like this, and some things cannot overlap because of the coding and clicking it.
Totally, yeah.
There's a bunch of technical.
That's cool. We were able to
shit going on.
Talk with them to figure out what's possible, because we can design it however.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're like. We need to know now, how this needs to lay out. So before we finalized the map, we built out the brand guide for the event. So this is a look at, with most brand guides, show the logo on black, show the logo on white.
And that's always challenged. I don't think anything
Especially with this
changes
one.
here.
Yeah.
Because usually you have to tweak the art a little bit. Well,
Yep.
this one is, it looks like nothing's changed at all, which that's a
Yeah.
challenge.
It is.
Everything has to be trapped by a black line, you know?
And it looks fine on white.
Oh,
I was a little nervous
looks
because the whole
great.
thing's built out on black,
Yeah.
you know?
See little shadows there, but
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
oh,
And then black and
it's
white.
not bad.
They had asked for, hey, we need a version because we did this whole brand guide, and then they come back and go, we need a black and white version. And I'm like, oh,
You're always-
this is not a logo.
That-
You know?
You're always
that lends
bummed.
itself.
Yeah, you're always bummed when you're the actual designer who makes this crazy color logo, and then they're asking for black and white, and you're like, man, this is going to be a challenge today.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like set in your mind what it already was, so it's like it's just a battle to go backwards essentially.
Yeah.
But Davey
yeah.
did it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So there it is.
Yeah, that-
main logo background. So like many brand guides, logo do's and don'ts. So
Yeah.
don't outline it, don't tweak it, don't warp it, don't separate the letters. Stroke color is always black.
Yeah.
You know, standard
Ooh, these are nice.
color palette. What was used on the logos. So this is somewhere I laid out the whole guide, and
That's cool to give them the actual gradient swatches too.
Mm-hmm.
Something you don't think about.
yep. These are the icons used on the map. Cool, right? I mean,
Yeah.
this shit is fun.
I mean, that little squirrel's popping up
Yeah.
again, you know.
Yeah.
When we got the Big Ben. Is there something to do with London here? Or we got the
Yeah. They wanted to, I mean, that was Taj Mahal.
Yeah.
They wanted to call out a couple of their other locations in the world. So I guess they have offices and.
Oh, it's SF. That's what the
yeah,
bridge is.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
All right, Davey,
Yeah.
smash that. That's LA then?
I don't think it is. No, I think it's something else. I want to say it's Brazil.
Sick.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, you see this little thing is something, that little, what is that?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
Part of a pinball machine?
Yeah, and there's a bank vault. and
Oh.
There's their little robot. So
They should have put the ledger instead of the bank vault, but we'll let them slide on that one.
fonts, it's cool to see. I mean, Davy's base font was
Yeah,
Franklin.
yeah.
You know, which
It's
is cool.
I might need to get that one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Nice and thick.
Yep. There it is.
Wow.
So this is the map. So everything we battled with how close everything was, and that's where we went back and forth with Sparkle on, hey, this is going to be a clickable button. It needs to take up so much space on the screen. Nothing can be around it.
I'm sure when they slice it up, they're always going to be square. So when you have these
Totally.
things at this angles, the
Yeah.
slices are going to be challenging, like that skateboard and whatever else
taking
is
up a
next
ton
to
of
it.
space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of the angles, but
Yep.
visually great piece.
Yeah. Patterns.
Oh,
I delivered a bunch of patterns. Jordan
yeah.
steps in.
These are good.
As usual. Hand him all the assets and go, hey, make a bunch of patterns.
Pattern god.
Yep. So Jordan went nuts on these.
Ooh, those sparkles. Davey's got some good sparkles. He always has. They're always different. I don't
Yeah.
know how we use them all the time, but they're always different.
Yep. I mean, look at this pattern with the type and the.
How it goes from black ground to,
Yeah.
to teal ground or
Yeah.
whatever. That's like a math problem.
Yeah. So that was basically the map and the branding for that project. They have multiple projects throughout the year, so we just recently did one for RKO. You can see on this, everything was inspired by Summit.
Totally.
You know, they're super hyped on that. So same idea, just with the rocket ship, same type, and then Club 21,
That's great.
another event, but you got the palm tree, their little icon up as the sun. So
That-
yeah,
That's
super.
that's like a nice wearable T-shirt right
I
there.
know it is.
Yeah.
Right? That's something you'd see at Tilly's or some shit. So
Yeah. If that said
yeah,
whatever,
whatever.
Supreme.
You know, yep. Yeah, that'd be a great tee.
I'll take 2 pieces.
Cool project. It was a pretty big one. It went on for a while.
We got to do some more stuff with them. I know
Yeah.
they have some scripts up for some NFT kind of generative stuff. So
Yeah, I'm sure they're getting deep into that.
we got to figure out some way to work with them again in the future. You know.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, thank you GitHub. All right, so moving on. We got one that.
So we got to go start all the way at the back.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah. Let's talk about who, why, when, where.
So spy goggles or
Yeah.
just spy. I think they started off as sunglasses, right? I mean, I was
Yeah.
introduced to them as sunglasses when I was a
Yeah.
kid. I mean, the specific model was the MC, you know, the King, 72 wins, you know, Jeremy McGrath.
Jeremy McGrath.
The sickest glasses back in the day. Had to have them.
Yep.
You know, you weren't cool unless you had those.
San Diego based.
Oh, yeah, all that. Even now, that actual sunglass style is coming back because it was kind of funky looking for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
But now, you know, that time period's coming back around, and all the kids are wearing that style. And yeah, Spy needs to bring the MCs back for sure.
They do. Yep. Yeah.
They may already have them in the line, but push them.
Yeah. They need something. They were heavily into moto.
Yeah.
Which was cool.
Totally.
Back then,
yeah.
You know. So old studio, we had a guy who worked for us, Brad.
Bad Brad.
Yep, Bad Brad at the old studio. So Brad moved on. So this is where, you know, I've talked about in the past, like the people you meet, you know, throughout your career. And this is why I talk about like freelancers and kids coming out of college. I think it's such a bad idea to go straight from college to freelance or opening your own studio or something like that, because it's the people along the way, you know, in your career that you meet when you work here or there or whatever.
Yeah, good networking.
It's all about networking.
I mean, I didn't go to do the whole college experience, and that's the one piece of it I miss is the networking. I mean, the programs you can learn wherever, but a lot of my friends in the design space have all these friends from college that they have this deep network, and they have friends that are lawyers and, you know, do all these things to help them. But he was an intern with us, I think, right after he got hired at Spy, I believe. He interned for a while. Super cool guy. From San Diego, from Santee. And then he ended up getting, you know, we ended up not hiring him. And then he went on to get a job at Spy, and he's been there for years. 5+ years, you know. I think he handles primarily all their graphics.
He does a ton of graphics.
All, you know, the goggles have the little piece on the side here. I think he's doing a bunch of shirts, marketing.
And goggles are tough. We did some a series of goggles for Dragon back in the day. And it's tough because it's a long strap. There is a lot of like logos, TPR patches that they do make for goggles, which is cool.
Which is those big old rubber, bulletproof style rubber patches.
So it's cool. It's a cool job as far as, I mean, you're doing a lot of branding, a lot of patterns, shit like that. So. And
him being in a studio, he's learning, you know, file management, production, how to take a critique, you know. So if you go straight to freelance, like you're saying, you're going to lose all that. And nothing worse than giving someone a revision and they, you know, come like try to fight you about it, and you're like, come on, man, just do it, make it blue, you know, or whatever it is. So,
so Brad, we know him from way back in the day. So he reached out, wanted to do to have Lincoln do a collab Spy goggle.
Totally, and we've kept in contact over the years. We've been to events down there, and he always stops by. He's the first one to stop by with this cooler of beers.
He was just at Designer
Con and hangs the whole time. Coolest dude, brings his buds. Next time you're in you know, up here, Brad, come by.
Yeah, absolutely. He sends me all my glasses. I send him a couple skateboard So we've kept in contact ever since.
Perfect.
So when a time came for them to do a new snow goggle, he reached out. Of course, let's make it happen. So we kicked it off here in house. They really didn't have much.
That was a cool reference, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's us or them, but there's some good pieces.
Yeah, it's us. This is basically the brief that was given to Brandon, Davey, and Damaso. So they were kind of do whatever you want. You know? We did talk loosely about an outdoor vibe,
which that's what we got. So perfect.
Well,
that's fun.
So this was one of the first ones. Brandon's sketch with the bear, and like I said, it's a funky little template. I mean, you got this strap that is super long.
I mean, if you think a skateboard is challenging, this is even more challenging because it's thin and
So Davey's. Like some of the stuff, you go back and look at the sketches, and you're like, "Shit! Like we need to bring this back or finalize it." Because look at that guy sitting by the fire,
warming up his hands.
Yeah, so good.
That's pretty funny.
And then the Spy spelled out in the logs.
Oh, yeah. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Well, when Spy wants to come back for season 2 or 3, whatever it is,
that'd be great.
There it is.
This is it. Yep.
Damn, that's a good eagle.
Yeah.
Or owl.
Yeah, owl. Yep. And I think this is, hold on. I think that's Brandon.
Yeah, it's got to be Brandon.
Yeah.
That ain't Brandon.
Yeah. And then Damaso on the second one with the creepy ass Yeti dude walking in the.
I love how he like lowers the opacity on the black to like 90 in sketches, so you get a little bit of whatever it's called.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I love this piece. I mean, that painting of the trees.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just print that on canvas.
Totally. Ooh.
And then Damaso came with another owl.
Wow.
So round 2. This is where kind of put a couple together.
That little character, it's like, you know, a Sasquatch, Yeti,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know, mischievous thing.
Yeah, Will popped that animation up because Frankie made that guy move.
Yeah, I don't know how Frankie made it walk.
Right.
He had to clip out the branch probably.
Yeah, because there isn't
Yeah.
one without the branch.
Yeah. Yeah, Brandon
So-
drew it like all as one. That's not
Yeah.
there. You know, some people are like, hey, could you?
So we get that all the time. Can you move the guy like a little to the left behind the branch? And it's like, no.
We didn't draw the rest
Yeah.
of the. We had someone asked of, can you just turn it around? And you know, and you're like, well, we're gonna have to actually re-illustrate that. And they're
Yeah.
like, what do you mean? You just don't have it? You know, you can't just turn it? And it's like, well, you know, this isn't 3D. You know, if we
Yeah.
would have done a 3D render, we can. But
So, anyways, Frankie comes through. He's done this before. Frankie comes from a design background, has a little bit of illustration skills as well. So
Yeah.
he always surprises me because he will just jump in there and fill it all in, finish it off, and then
yeah.
make the dude move. And you're like, holy shit!
that's why I was like, oh, you got Brandon to redraw it? And he's like, no, I did that. And I'm like, you did that? You know, just right now? And he's like, yeah, I just did it. It took me a couple seconds.
Yep. So yeah, so check it out, Frankie. Look at Frankie's guy moving.
So the final here, let's bust out the finals.
Yep,
We got to
so
see those
finals
things.
here. So
Let me see these things, dude.
we got those. So 2 goggles, 2 snowboard goggles. So
Got a logo on the back?
I will be wearing these
Tomorrow?
this winter, not tomorrow. There's no snow. Those look good.
I haven't snowboarded in a while, but if I do get back out on the mountain, I'm gonna have to get a pair of these.
Right?
Dan took me up to Breckenridge and scared me like 5 years ago.
Yeah, Dustin gave me
Haven't-
at one
Haven't been
point,
back since.
brought his snowboard and all of his shit in, and he's like, "You can have it." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Dude, that time at Breckenridge sucked."
We almost-
I'm like-
We almost died.
He's like, "I'm done."
I had to dig my way out and -5, and
Yeah,
I'm a dirt guy.
that was fun.
It was a good memory.
But anyways, I'm stoked because so now we have Frankie, Richard, and Dave, and they all snowboard because I was always kind of left hanging.
I'll be at the
And
lodge.
nobody snowboarded
Yeah.
except for me.
Oh, you got the round ones.
I got the round ones.
Oh, those are nice.
Yeah, I like those.
What's the difference?
Round and flat.
Well, what's the?
No, it's
Is that the skiers
kinda-
and this is the snowboarders?
To me, it is. Yeah, like I took those, so they're kind enough to give us a bunch of these. So I let everybody pick, and
Oh,
everyone's
yeah.
like, "Boom, those are all gone."
Okay.
These are left.
Huh.
To me, it's kind of a ski snowboard type thing, but some people like the big old goofy ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm gonna snowboard this year with these. Frankie, Dave, and Richard will as well. Candace, do you want to snowboard pair?
Maybe we can snowshoe. I'm
There
into
you
that.
go.
I'm
Yep.
that. Yeah.
With some spy goggles on.
We probably won't die, you know, on the snowshoes. but
Snowshoeing, yeah.
Real sore.
Yeah. So yeah, super stoked. The bag, Lincoln Spy on the bag. Oh, and I forgot. And then where's the thing?
Oh yeah.
So
They
you
had
get a
some-
flint.
Well, we had some options to do an accessory, so we were like,
Yeah.
you know, patch, sticker. Well, none of that's fun. So, you know, to make the whole thing make
Yeah.
sense, you start a fire.
Yep. So you got a flint, start a fire. I have one at home that the kids were actually going at it, like testing it or whatever.
Yeah. How do you do it? Dude, show us.
I don't know. I had trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, they had it. Like you got to freaking beat on that thing pretty hard, and then it will spark.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Cool.
yeah. So check them out. They are for sale on Spy's website. So go
Yeah, I
on
think
there, buy them.
They're just coming out like recent, like right now.
Yep. They're actually held up on a ship for a while. They should have dropped earlier, but they did make it for snowboard season.
Yeah,
so,
we'll pop the link in there. Click
yep.
that.
Yeah, jump on there, buy some goggles.
Get a pair. Yeah.
Yep. Whatever you buy from them, it supports us as well. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, super stoked on that collab. Yeah, thank you, Spy.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we got one piece
Last thing. So the one we did an episode, what was it, 27,
I don't
26,
know.
27?
We got Tor the Legend here.
Tour down here, still stoked on that whole deal.
Oh yeah.
You've been working heavy on everything, sponsor kit,
Yep.
everything for the One Moto Show.
It's been a lot of fun too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. You did a flyer for what is the 21 Helmets art show.
Yep. So yeah, this whole event, you know, we already talked about what it is. So within the whole motorcycle show, there's a 21 Helmets art show. So we're gonna ship these out to 21 artists. Well, a little bit less because we're gonna do some ourselves. And then within the show, there's a whole helmet art show. So they've done that every year. I think this is the 13th year,
Yep.
something like that.
Yep.
And yeah, so these are going to be, you know, you can print or paint these things up, and
you can do whatever you want. Like, actually, if you go online and kind of look at 21 helmets, you can search around on Google. But people go nuts. I mean, if you want to add horns to this thing and do whatever, it doesn't have to. I think a lot of people get caught up in the fact of like, oh, I don't airbrush helmets,
Yeah.
or I'm not that, you know, I don't paint that well. It's not even about that. Like, you'll see some. Draplin did one that was the cover of
Field Notes,
and it was all glued all over the helmet. So it's super open.
Yeah, someone like put denim on it and then had
Yeah.
patches sewn to the
Yep.
denim all over the helmet,
Yep.
which was, I was like, damn, that's a good idea.
Yeah. We actually probably would have done one with all of our patches, but then we saw that and we're like, oh,
Yeah.
shit, it's been done. So,
We could paint the patches on there.
ooh, that'd be tough.
Yeah. Brandon,
Well,
Brandon, that's all
Brandon,
you.
Damaso, and Davey are going to get their helmets, so we'll see what they come through with.
So that's how many left then? It's big math here. 18 left?
The one that Tor took
That was extra.
22.
That was bonus.
Okay.
So we have
Yep.
18 helmets open. We've been reaching out to a couple people, but if you're
Yep.
domestically, you know, in the States, the lower 48,
Yeah.
submit, go to, onemotoshow.com,
Yep.
and yeah, submit that you want to do a helmet. And
Yep. Yeah,
That'll be fun.
we'll get your info. But yeah, sorry, no overseas.
but yeah, you
Even
can,
East Coast is a bit sketchy. The problem is we have to send you the helmet.
Yeah.
You paint the helmet. My concern is that, I mean, I don't trust shipping anymore. We've had
Yeah.
so much shit lost or stolen off the front porch, whatever. I would hate for somebody to paint a helmet, ship it back to us, and it doesn't make it.
Yeah,
You know?
totally.
So the
Yeah.
shipping part's a bit of an issue.
And it's a big contraption.
it's a
you know?
big,
I'm gonna
product.
Shipping out 21 of these things, like there's bound to be a couple missing in the end. So
That's sketchy.
yeah, we'll have to figure that out.
Yeah.
Luckily, Icon's right here in Portland, so
Yeah. We can get more helmets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just as long as it's not the one that's painted, you know?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, super stoked to hook up with Icon. They're going to be at the show with a big booth.
Yep.
These will be on display on these big, they're like big pedestals. Each helmet sits on it. We're going to design the pedestals.
Yeah.
So it'll be 21 helmets brought to you by Lincoln Design Co. So it should be pretty rad.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Damaso, Brandon,
Yeah.
and Davey, you know, cook up for
Absolutely.
these things.
Yep.
You know, they can paint, but they don't paint every day. So
Yeah.
just going to see them kind of out of their comfort zone, seeing what they come up with.
Yep.
I already know Damaso's going to come with something,
Yeah.
whatever you could think of.
Yep.
Yeah, way past that.
Yeah. There's a possibility I'm in talks with Brandon if he wants me to bring this to the retreat, and he just does it
There.
there. You
That's
know?
it.
Yeah.
That's the move.
So I think he might do that, which will be cool.
One less thing to ship.
Exactly. Oh yeah, and we have a new shirt in the shop. Basically, this was what we sold at DesignerCon, so that is now available in the shop. It was not before. We only sold it at DesignerCon. So
Yeah, what's that? Edward hanging out over the gorge,
Yep.
doing some
Yep.
work, drinking some coffee.
never not working. So check it out. Those are online now.
Hopefully he takes Sunday off at least, you know.
Maybe.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah, I
the
don't
Sabbath,
know.
you
I think he's cruising around out there full time.
doing work.
Yep.
Checking emails.
Yeah.
Sounds like you, Dan.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, so that's it. Check out 21 helmets. Yeah, I think that's it for the
Yeah,
episode.
solid episode.
Yeah,
Stay tuned for what's to come in the future.
yeah. Next one should be number 30 and at the retreat, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, hit like, subscribe, comment.
That whole deal. Yep. Follow us. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yep, shout out to Will. Would you record the audio on this one, Will? We good? All right. All right, we'll have to let Jakey know that, you know.